Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tales Does Tales, where we here at Tales of Initiative play through Tales from the Yawning Portal with an eldritch twist. I am your GM, Matt, and I'm so pleased to be telling this story with our delightfully daring and frighteningly fantastic cast of players, Bun, Danny, Haley, and Mark. Mark is currently invisible and will be joining us momentarily. But until then, I will also note that Sam is no longer with us. But we're still so grateful for the time that we had with her while she was guesting and reprising the role of Daya, the Forge Cleric, now Forge Cleric and Artificer, for that little level up. Because, hey, we're still... Daya might come back at some point. Gotta track those levels. Could be relevant. We'll never know. I mean, hopefully we'll eventually know. Anyways, go say thanks for their amazing guest. Go say thank you for their amazing guest spot by checking out Raven and Riddle for some awesome hand-cut resin dice, handmade resin dice. And while you're clicking links, indeed, the Sponers one keeps. Oh, there it is. For some reason, someone keeps deactivating Sponers, and I think it's Haley.
No, it's Sponer.
Oh, it's just Sponer, not plural.
It's just Sponer, not plural. And then sponsors works as well. And yes, Billy, when he notices it, turns it off every time.
That little punk.
He's like, that's not spelled correctly. He doesn't watch any other stream to know that it's even an emote of ours.
Doesn't realize it's a joke. Doesn't realize it's our greatest and most original and oldest in joke. Oh, amazing. But while you're clicking links to go look at Raven and Riddle, also go look at our other sponsors, like Into the AM, makers of amazing graphic tees that are comfortable to wear and exciting to show off. Great conversation starters and nudity coverers. Go check out our Patreon that is live. I'm going to talk about a little bit. I already talked about it on the 60-second recap, but it's very relevant now because, hey, the players have done all of this finagling and negotiating and coordinating to get Grim and Papa to talk. You get to decide, the patrons get to decide how that conversation goes. Will Grim and Papa get along like besties? Will they become mortal enemies? Will they be frenemies? We don't know. We don't know until all the patrons vote. So go check it out.
Become lovers.
No, they bang and the entire party.
Is there an option to add an option?
Probably not just for that
reason.
The
problem is, if I add that option, it will win. I want it to be a meaningful choice.
Papa wants a new mother.
Oh God.
I mean, Winnie wants a new mother.
That's a weird family tree you got over there, Winnie.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Mommy, daddy. Oh, man. Whoo! So yeah, there's a Patreon. Go join it. You get to influence the streams in all kinds of sort of ways. You can vote on. There's still a question out there for our Teller of Tales to name an NPC for an upcoming Total Party Chaos arc. There was a little mini fic about Void/Vix. And now there's 2 polls available to you. I think one of them, most of the patrons have already voted on what our next Sunset Over Vengalia one-shot will be for Wednesdays. And yeah. Keep tuning in, keep subscribing, keep helping us tell more tales. And then finally, a reminder for today's game, specifically, that our game features elements of cosmic and gothic horror, squelching noises, third eyes, lying awful no good NPCs, blood, guts, diseases, rot, and all manner of horrible nastiness awaits you. So if that is not your kind of thing, why are you tuning in? We've been saying the same shit for months. But also, you can go over to our YouTube and check out all of our other shows. We are getting dangerously, I might say, close to 100 episodes of the Sunset Over Vengalia. What madness are we? We are actually going to have to like script up and like voice record a proper campaign summary if there's going to be any hopes of new people joining in on that one. That's wild. And there's also Total Party Chaos, where at the first it was goofy, then it was goofy and serious, and now it's just mostly serious with little salt bays of goofy. So go check it out. You can see Haley do a really good Southern accent. I've been very pleased with the Ash Smoke Spite accent.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it so much.
If you like your D&D with a little sweet tea, go on over and watch Total Party Chaos. Oh Lord! And with all of that out of the way, keep reminding me of the not real Day 20 tagline. Thank you, Melissa. With all of that out of the way, I think we are ready to dive in and remind ourselves what happened when we last told our tale. It was actually pretty quick. The room was on fire. The rug was on fire. Many of you were on fire. You were able to put to bed the succubus, and not in the fun way, but in the killing way, and solve that problem. Then you solved the rug problem by unraveling it, sending it to the ground in a little molten sparks. Then there was the iconic silliness of Winnie attempting to put the flames out of herself and could not manage it over multiple rounds. Why can't I pat myself? Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll.
It just kept catching on a new bit of moss or a new bit of fungus. Like, it was just...
We found out that Winnie was incredibly flammable and has a really hard time putting herself out. But you were able to. And then Arundel, the ghost of the once archwizard that lived here defending the keep, or at least attempting to, came in, saw you burning down his room, essentially, but you were able to bring to his attention the fact that Idala had been slain, and you were able to put his spirit to rest. Thus ending, basically, spoiler alert, not spoiler alert, every meaningful non-Duragar threat in this level of the dungeon. The rooms have been cleared out. You went through and picked them over, found some extra coinage. Bun found Bun via Narkissa found a little turquoise gem hidden away in one of the orc corpses of those rooms. And then you went back to the Duragar, had a parley with Grima, who had arrived after your summons. It was decided, after a little bit of squabbling over the negotiating, you were able to secure Daya's return to the project, not letting them realize that there is an ulterior motive in Daya potentially sabotaging that project. But in so doing, Daya now has sort of free roam of the facilities, has their own room, and is otherwise able to move about freely. And you spent some time reorganizing that room. You're using the Arendel's old library, where you originally encountered Idala, as Daya's new room. And the Duragar have agreed that now that the rooms are all cleared out, they're going to move the area that is covered by their enchantment that prevents dreams and nightmares from happening in this area to cover those rooms as well. But for now, you're sleeping in the throne room, away from any potential nightmariness, nightmarishness. My brain is broken today. We'll see how well we navigate the remainder of this dungeon. There is no current plan as to where to go next, much to my prepping headache chagrin, but we shall soldier on. As you are long resting, there's one thing I wanted to call our attentions to. And that is for Pebble. Pebble, as you are sleeping, as you are resting in the throne room, there are several times throughout your long rest where you wake up, you feel like you've been woken up from the sort of like blank non-dream of this sleep, feeling cold and wet. But once you awake, you find that neither your skin nor your clothes are actually damp. Everything is dry. The room, well lit by torches and 2 campfires, remains as dry and warm as it was when you went to sleep. Is there anything you're doing as you are awoken for probably the 3rd time? Before you've just been like, okay, whatever, and just gone back to sleep. Now it's like, keeps happening. Is there anything you're doing?
Yeah, it feels like something's trying to get my attention, and it's happened in my dreams before, so I'm actually gonna leave the room and go. Can't go. Door's not open. Leaving
doors.
The room. The door's not open. I'm gonna find somewhere to maybe in one of the rooms without bodies. Just settle down in there for a bit of a nap.
So you relocate outside the area that has been dream/nightmare proofed by the Duergar.
I'm gonna before I leave, I'm gonna tell Winnie though.
Okay.
I'm leaving. Just kind of shake her and be like, "I'll be right back. I'm gonna go sleep for a bit."
I gesture Craig with the little cage with Craig. Do you want to take it?
Sure. Can you communicate that way? Oh, yeah, okay. I'll take Craig.
Yeah. And just in case, I can just do like a check-in every now and again.
I'll just sit Craig in my lap and try to take a nap.
Craig is a very odd texture. It's like if a kiwi fruit were a water balloon.
I love Craig.
I kind of feel like I'd love that texture so much. I don't know why, but it's like spiky, rough, furry. I don't know.
It's also kind of haunting. I have the idea that it's kind of haunting because if you squeeze like it's a stress ball, like Craig doesn't mind. Just like
it's like those ones that go clear and you can see the little balls on the inside, and when you squeeze it you just see the kidneys like through the skin.
The fur gets all patchy, and through like this slightly translucent skin you can see all the little like kidney like organs that are just floating around inside. Hey, remember that trigger warning? This is the cute one.
Kind of glad I didn't eat before this.
We are on a mission to ruin all food for Danny forever. The anti-ASMR. Yes, that is correct, Warcrime Barbie. That is amazing username. Sorry. You settle into one of those cleared out rooms, and there were a couple of rooms that were just like completely empty, even of signs of struggle. So it's not too hard to find. You've got Craig in your lap, who appears to be very content, just like nuzzling in. His omnidirectional nuzzles.
Is he warm? I'm just wondering.
He is like room temperature warm. It's like it's not that like warmth of something that is warm and cuddly and cute, but it's the warmth of something that's living.
Okay. Interesting.
Eventually, sleep takes you again. And almost instantly, you are dreaming of that vivid landscape, those deep emerald greens blending into indigo purples and blues, the scintillating sun coming through clouds. And there is the lake, this calm, deep blue lake. And in that lake, you see eyes start to well up towards the surface. And one of those long tendrils just sort of gestures as it starts to retreat back.
I'll follow it.
Follow it into the water? Do you try and do you do a hold breath as you go in?
Yeah, I think on instinct I would do that.
Wading into the water, you hold your breath, and it's that like, it's not painful because you're almost lucid dreaming at this point. It's that awareness that this is a dream.
Mm-hmm.
And it is that like sharp cold of water. You wade in, and as you start to like reach that point where the ground falls away and you're just sort of free floating there, this creature looms in front of you, just out of your view, shadows inky and enveloping its body so that you can't quite make out the full shape. But when you were above, it just looked like this sort of small enough that it wasn't threatening. It was welcoming. Now it is this large looming shape that almost takes up the entirety of the bottom of the lake. Its head moves forward and you see this strongly ridged and crested face. Long spikes leading back like fox ears that turn into hard points. Its mouth opens. And it makes a big gesture of trying to breathe, as if it's telling you to try and breathe.
Okay, I'll try it.
Water rushes in, and you immediately feel that burning sensation of no air. You are feeling drowning, and there is an instant sensation of death is coming for me. I am going to die. I am drowning. It is every memory from when you fell off the bridge. What do you do?
Probably just end up flailing around.
You flail, and in that flailing, you're occasionally looking up. The surface now feels impossibly far away, and now much closer to you, and somehow smaller again. The creature is right there. You see one of its tentacles sort of wrap around, and it touches the base of your skull, just like a fingertip. And you can almost feel that's where all of this fear is. It's like it's touching the fear that you're feeling. It then brings up this arm, and you can see that it has an arm. It has this limb at the forepart of its body that is massive and huge. Its fingers aren't quite webbed, but it's a wide hand that could scoop water as easily as it shoves earth. And it's sort of gesturing in this way of like focusing, and you can see this small shimmer move from its head over its skin into its claw. And the claw starts to glow this deep purple. And it's looking at you as if it's trying to have you do the same, to mirror its motions.
I will try to stop the panic and the fear and just try to use the meditation that I learned a long time ago, and just try to get into that focus.
You feel that fear and that panic. The panic goes away, the fear does not. The instinct of fear is primal and living, and you're not able to remove it. But you do, just as the creature gesture, move it. It crawls through your heart, over your arms, through your veins, following those lines of chakra like you were taught, following those key patterns in your body. And you feel your fist start to hold that panic. And there is a moment of calm where you, in that dream logic way, you've forgotten you were drowning and therefore are not drowning anymore. But then the water grows sticky and itchy and strange. It's like something is clawing at you, and you can see moving at you from the right side that long serpentine neck with the glowing orange disc-like eyes, the nightmarish hunter that claimed you once before in the dream. The creature that you've been following so far moves, its whole body shifting, its tendrils splaying out in this little offensive posturing to face the oncoming threat. What do? You feel as if you could swim to the surface. You also feel as if you could turn and fight.
I think I would turn and feel like fighting next to this patron that's been seemingly trying to help me so far. I don't think I'd want to leave it alone with this thing. So I think I would, another kind of instinctive move, spread out my astral self, out.
Give me a charisma saving throw.
Okie dokie. Is this against being frightened or just in general?
Just in general.
18.
18. you feel that astral arms project. You go through that same feeling of pattern using your key, and now the key is there, but it is also augmented with something else. For this brief instant, you feel yourself and the creature merge. You are flying into battle with this creature, with this hunter. And you wake up. There's no ill effects. There's no exhaustion. You don't even feel scared or like there was a fight. You feel prepared for one. And in terms of out of character meaning, you have been taught the Wrathful Smite spell to go along with your paladin level. Eventually, you all wake up, having completed your long rest, mark those off, all that stuff. And the day is ahead of you. What do you do? And I am just realizing, thank you, Haley, for messaging me, that there's no Thin the Veil. I am fixing that right now. Yeah. Gotta let y'all thin that veil.
I was like, wait a second, I haven't spent any points today.
Yeah.
Well, why?
I'll come back to camp as soon as that is over. I think I have Craig just like sitting on my head as I just come back.
Perfect.
I would have checked in once, and I would have just been like using Craig's blind sight to just like check on Pebble's heart rate, and then just gone back to not paying attention because like obviously they wanted privacy, but I want to make sure they're safe.
Oh. Nice.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, 23.
23. Pebble is breathing deeply, looks like a calm, restful sleep. You can't tell if she's sweating or if there's some sort of other condensation happening, but there is this like film of water that's just sort of dappling her skin and just it like evaporates in these like little blue puffs of fire and smoke. It is it's like blink and you missed it, but
Yeah.
it's just barely there.
When he just whispers, cool.
Nice.
Just leaves it.
There's a reason I only told Winnie.
And as a reminder to players and audience alike from all of our previous Thin the Veils, now that is live again, PCs that currently have a third eye is Pebble, Myrick, and Narkissa. You all have third eyes that you can turn on or off, open or close with a bonus action. When it's open, it is disadvantage on wisdom checks / saves and initiative checks. And then it is also, but you get to be able to see into like the border ethereal and the dream plane. When it's closed, everything is just normal. There's no advantage or bad thing. Oh yeah, here we go. It's a happening. I am excited.
What can I do to thicken the veil? It just killed me.
What can I do to think? Nothing. The only thing's getting thick are us. No. Bail on the joke.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, you are all awake with your newly leveled up power. What does it look like for Narkissa, Winnie, and Myrick? What does this level up look like for you?
For Narkissa, I
Seriously
think
stupid.
Go ahead, bud.
Oh, sorry. I think for like Narkissa, there's just like kind of a bit of like a sort of after image of her as she's like moving about, Because I got uncanny dodge.
Nice. Little bit of now you see me, now you don't.
Mhm.
Wait, Mark. What about Mark? Mark.
Mark.
It's literally just, okay, time for this next chapter of my spell book. Read.
What is
It makes sense now.
It makes sense now. What does Mirik's spellbook look like?
Mirik's spellbook is probably a fairly thick tome. She only takes it out when she's doing watch at night, and she's all, no one needs to know. Even though everyone still knows that it's there. It is engraved with her father's insignia, though. So the same that she wears on her sigil ring.
Nice.
So it's the same as the sigils on you? Yeah.
Just the ring that she wears.
Okay. Do you have any other sigils on you?
Not
Awesome.
that show anything in particular. There might be a symbol that is there for a certain organization, but it doesn't necessarily stand out unless you pass your history checks.
Winnie hasn't read those books yet.
They had boring titles. I
Most
recall.
of them do. There wasn't enough pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Winnie went to bed and had a dream about all the adorable animals that she saved over the adventures, and just dreaming about all of her companions that she's made, to the point where she starts dreaming up new ones. And she thinks that there's something special that she can do. She tries a little bit harder next time she needs someone.
Nice. Technically, you wouldn't be able to dream, but I'm not going to poo-poo it now.
Well, Winnie had a daydream falling
Yes.
asleep
Yes.
that she actively worked on
Mhm.
before falling asleep.
Yes, absolutely.
She's
Could have been.
expanding her inner world.
Yes, meditative
Yes.
ideation, all that kind of stuff. Anything that wasn't
Exactly.
technically a dream. Yes.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you can. Yeah, exactly.
And I will say
You
that,
can
like,
daydream.
you are now understanding maybe the costs of what the Duergar have done here is that, like, it's protecting them from the nightmares for sure, but, like, if you like dreaming, it just doesn't happen here, right? That's kind of a bad part.
Oh,
That
so you
does-
can't dream at all.
You can't dream at all. It's a complete shutdown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was just like protective
The
against
best sleep.
the-
Just
Mhm.
just-
I don't think it came up because y'all immediately, your next long rest, like, happened somewhere else. But
Yeah.
had Papa tried to do the usual way of messaging you via a dream, it wouldn't have worked, and so you would have gotten a sending the next time you woke up, like, hey, you gotta go somewhere where you can dream.
What about Pebble?
Does.
Did you get anything cool?
Oh, the Wrathful Smite. We went through mine.
Pebble got a whole cutscene. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, but they didn't say anything
It's
just now, and
special.
so I was like, say something now.
Oh.
So yeah, you are awake in the Duergar throne room, the formerly dwarven throne room. It's still dwarven throne room. They're both dwarves. What is your plan? What are you doing next? Daya like is very cordial and friendly and like says good morning to everyone and like greets you, but is also sort of in like you could see their brain has shifted into like, I'm back on the project, work mode, and like is immediately doing stuff. But does on the way out, it's sort of a self-joke to me. Winnie, for one more time, you get the +1 AC bonus from from Daya. But after this, take it off your sheet. Ooh,
Yay.
I did have one other note. Because Winnie ran out of rations on the last long rest. So is anybody coughing over a ration to help Winnie rest?
I can.
Too many to bears.
Okay, so Pebble, just mark off an extra ration for that long rest. If y'all did not already, mark off a ration for that long rest. And you don't need to worry about water because you have access to the water from the Duragar. They're like, you paid the one time, they're replenishing the pot. They're not total dicks. Cool.
Can we buy extra rations off of them? Or are they like very strict about it?
You can ask. Give me a persuasion check.
What is that? 19? Yeah, 19. 21.
21? Yeah. You can buy.
Please, sir, may I have a ration?
May I have some more? They do have a couple of rations they'd be willing to part with. I am currently in the process of looking up what those are. But you rolled high enough that they're not gonna chintz you on it.
Mushrooms.
It is largely dried mushrooms, considering their Duragar. Yes, absolutely
If
yes.
they weren't dried, I could have started our own food supply.
That would be pretty cool, actually.
Throw it on my left leg.
Because they are dried, you might be able to collect the spores.
Ooh.
So you could buy 1 day's worth of rations for 5 silver. So it's 1 gold for 2 days.
Okay.
I'll get 2 days worth. How many was there in total? Could we both buy, or could we?
Yeah, they've got plenty of leftover rations, so you could both
Okay.
buy stuff.
So that was 2 rations?
So 2 rations for
For
a
a gold.
gold.
2
Yeah.
rations for a gold. Yep, done.
Cool. And we'll go over party loot because I remember we talked about that last time, but there was a little bit of running behind stuff in the tech check. So we will do all of that afterwards. But y'all do have, I will alleviate any worries. That 2 gold isn't gonna bankrupt you. So that was
No.
2 gold for each of you,
Yeah,
or 1 gold
What?
each
1 gold each
for 2 rations. Yes.
for 2 rations. Yes, please. I need. Where?
Can we just hoard like 30 rations if that's the case?
You can always get them cheaper somewhere else. We don't know. Actually, no.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. But what is your plan? We can always talk. Like, you could buy rations.
Yes.
We'll hand wave that part. If you could always say like, actually, I'll get 10. Like after we could do that after stream. What would y'all like to do in terms of the exploration part?
What?
We need to go tell the orcs super quickly.
Oh yes.
No fight, we're good.
Okay. Let's go for
Everything's cool. We've come to a treaty or a truce or a something. They are not interested in fucking with you, by the way, just as an entire aside. We're not sending Narkissa alone this time.
Party adventure. Let's
Party
go.
Pretty much.
If y'all want to do that, we could just do that super quick in terms of we don't have to traverse the map to do that. If you want to just use like the paths you've already traveled, you can just do a survival
Yes.
check. If you want to actually like explore on your way back, we can pull up the map to do that.
Was there? How many areas did we not explore? There was only 1, wasn't there? Because I
if-
remember you mentioning.
With that question being asked, I shall move you to the map so that you can see. For
Sorry.
yourselves. No, that's okay.
Yeah.
I think there was just a really big cavern and then anything potentially below it.
Yeah, because
So anything south of that space.
Narkissa got us through that really high DC locked door,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
there should be a whole other way to go, but I don't know if we
Who-
want to do that.
Who has what light sources right now?
I have
Mirrored
my
will
hooded
cast.
lantern.
I'm
And
just
you-
sticking with the light sources. I'm not having my own.
Okay. Narkissa, your hooded lantern, is that on the full blast?
No, it's on dim after last
on the 5 feet
time.
of dim? Okay. And then, Merrick, what did you have going on?
We've got the dancing lights, but we're keeping them small and spread
Okay.
out. But I'm not
Cool.
gonna make you cast 4 dancing lights.
Oh, I'm putting them on there.
It's been an issue.
There we go. And any other lights? I know Pebble was having either a light spell, but that was Daya's light spell, or a torch.
Yeah.
Do you want?
I'll take out another torch.
Okay. Cool.
I think I would have used like 2 at this point.
Yeah, I would say by this point you've at least used 2 torches. Activate token. There we go. And I will just move you all to the Glitterhaim map. So you should all be there. Let me get your little
Yes.
buddy there. Oh, your buddy's already there. Perfect. So that I can follow along too.
The all-seeing eye.
The all-seeing eye. Oh, come on. Foundry's being slow for me. There we go. So, the way that you came in is kind of up over in this area. I realize for the audience this is really, really impossible. You're in this like big, large, cavernous space with a couple of little like bioluminescent fungi all over the place. It is large enough that like your lights and torches are like barely hitting certain walls. There is this cliff face to your immediate right. That's where you fought those Grix, those weird like talon mouth snake monsters. There is a pathway that leads to the north. Ooh, the Fog of War is actually excellent in showing this, so I'm going to do that real quick. To the map. So, this is the door that Narkissa lockpicked in order to get y'all into the foundry over here. This is the cliff where y'all fought those Grix. And then this is the path that y'all traversed before. So you came through all these winding things. There was the yellow fungus room where you got that magic +1 longsword, and you released the bear from this little container up there. You have not fully explored the area to the south of this big chamber that you're in right now. I'd say that's the main thing that's not been explored yet.
Oh. I'm in the dark, run. I'm running after everyone moving. Oh,
no.
We found something. We found something.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I'm pausing to catch up. Haha!
Not again.
You little jerks scurrying around the map. No, you're fine. You're good. Which area is that? Okay, let me get you some
Just
flavor.
fluttering around like.
I was for a brief moment. I was like, "How'd you get there? You can't get there." But then I remembered. Oh wait, Winnie's flyer. Yeah, so you could just fly right up there.
Yeah. Is that okay? I can go.
Yeah.
I put myself.
No.
Okay.
That's absolutely okay. I was only mentioning it because of this little cliff here. It's a pretty steep incline, so normally to get up there, you would need a check, but you're Winnie, you can fly. So you flutter up there. Let me give you some flavor text. Obviously, there is the large cavern that's sort of behind you. All the walls in here, it is very apropos the name Glitterhaim. It is glittering with all these fragments and specks of semi-precious stone. Not valuable enough to be worth mining, otherwise the dwarves that built this place probably would have done so, but very beautiful in their own right. And it's also like vaguely wet. There is a moisture level to this cavern pretty much everywhere. There is that stream you remember running through it. There's also just a lot of like small porous bits of rock that allow water to sort of cascade down the walls and over things, which makes all these stalagmites and stalactites and all of the fungus that's growing in here. This area, you can see there are a couple dozen large stone sepulchers that line the cavern walls. Each is carved with intricate reliefs and designs marked with dwarvish runes. So this looks very much like sort of a funeral area where people were interred and buried down here.
I just yell out, I found a graveyard.
Oh, I want to see. Can I try to climb up there?
Yes. Let me see here.
I'm gonna scoop Pebble and like use my wings to help with the feet on the side of the thing.
Yeah, so I'll say
I'm sure you know what, Pebble could probably just backflip up there on their own without any help whatsoever.
I'm laughing. I'm laughing deeply for 10 minutes from now, but for now, go ahead and roll an athletics check, but with advantage because you are small, spry, and Winnie is helping you with a little bit of helipad assistance.
I love that. You said acrobatics, right?
Athletics.
Athletics. Okay. So 15.
15 is enough. You are able to And as you get closer, Winnie and Pebble, you are both noticing that all of the lids of these various sepulchers are carved in the likenesses of like dwarves, sort of grim, stoic expressions on their faces. And runes are carved into each tomb, appearing to represent probably the names and occupations of the either intended occupants or the occupants of these little tombs.
Just call back. Are you guys coming?
Yes.
It looks like the path up here joins back up with our path anyway. Can I make a survival check to confirm that?
Sure, yeah.
Can I also find a place to throw a rope down for everybody else?
I only got an
absolutely.
11.
11's more than enough, yeah. That's a pretty simple check. And they're both kind of going into that north-northwest direction. They're going to meet up. Yeah.
Just watch as I strategically place these light sources.
I've been watching you like scoot them around, and I'm like, they're so pretty when he's watching that.
When he's just sitting there.
She's a moth to the flame. She loves light.
Love it.
I bet it's like refracting everywhere as well from all the like the crystals and quartz and on the roofs and stuff.
Mhm.
Especially because it's that dancing water look and
Mhm.
feel. So it's just,
Yeah, I'm really happy with how the animation makes it look all fancy and fun.
it does, yes.
That's really
It
cool.
looks very cool.
Needy.
But yeah, with a rope down there, Narcissa and Mirik, feel free to move yourselves up the incline as you wish. You can absolutely get up there.
Okay.
And I'd say that you notice, like with just a little bit of looking around, some of the sepulchers look a little bit more ornate. They've got a little bit of extra runes carved into them, but I don't think anyone speaks Dwarvish, correct?
No.
Gotcha. So the meaning of a lot of this.
And
sorta-
Does
Dia-
Craig?
Dia took the encyclopedia, right? That they were writing. Okay. Yeah.
Craig speaks all languages, but can communicate none of them.
Just to be clear, I am picking up my rope.
Yes. Yeah. Very good. Yes. And
Anything good, Narcissa?
Hmm?
Oh, go south too.
Do we want to go straight back, or do we want to?
Mirik is very much distracted by what's in the thing.
what's it? What thing?
We're gonna start
What's in
looking
these
in
things?
these-
Oh, in some of the tombs, you're gonna open them up.
Yes.
Okay.
Do I know that there's
Wait a
probably a
second.
skeleton that's gonna come jump out at us?
Roll.
Oh my God.
Potentially.
There's.
Remember how I was laughing 10 minutes ago? There were stairs further to the south.
There's
You didn't need to climb. Yep. Yep. Let's zoom in on their glory. I want to show everyone in the world. Look at this.
Yeah,
Look at those
yeah,
beautiful stairs.
Nobody ever accused Pebble of being smart.
Those are some great fucking stairs. Look at those. They're so good.
God damn it.
Okay, we figured it out.
We did it.
Pebble just stares at them and then just walks back.
So good.
Got a
This
whole
game would be
rope
easier
out
to
and
play if I had
everything,
dice
there were stairs.
Amazing. But yes, go ahead and first roll me a charisma saving throw, Mirik, as you open this sepulcher.
East. I'm not terrible at that one. Okay. My dice are all mixed up. I didn't take them out yet. Okay. I'm gonna use my inspiration to reroll
Wait. What'd you roll? What'd you just say it?
a 5.
Okay. You feel a little bad becoming being a grave robber. This was a fake roll. They're not cursed. It even it calls it out in the adventure. They can loot these. None of these are cursed. It's fine.
You're just gonna feel bad.
Immediately, like,
I was just being a little
You
shit for 2
know-
seconds.
You'll feel bad about being a grave robber.
gotta keep you on your toes, opening those crypts without even checking for traps. Were you trying to open any sepulcher in particular, or just picking one and opening it?
just legitimately randomly. Okay, well, let's see what's in here.
Okay.
Let's just verify that things aren't gonna come jumping out at us.
Sure. I will roll randomly then.
Excellent.
Ooh. Okay.
Was that
Okay.
a goot?
This is a
Good
good. This is
ooh.
a good ooh.
Okay. Okay.
So you open one of the ones that has a couple of extra runes carved into it. Maybe just innately you're thinking like, maybe this guy's important. You open it up,
Magic.
and it does indeed look like sort of dressed in not faux armor, but like more presentory armor. You would recognize that it's not really built for handling a fight, but
Ceremonial.
ceremonial armor. Thank you. That is the word that my brain was just failing
That
to
is
find.
the word, yes.
But the warhammer in his hands is absolutely real and is set with a garnet. You could tell that this warhammer is worth a pretty penny. Just like, yes, it's a functional weapon, but it is also a very nice one.
Let me just look at something really quick.
Is it
Are you
going
proficient
in my
with
pocket
Warhammer?
Or is
I'm trying to
it
check.
inside a pocket or trunk? Which one is it?
I don't know that I am.
But we can train you.
Potentially.
If it's not specifically called out and you don't have martial weapons, then no.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
You're a wizard.
He has martial weapons.
Okay, but
I
I
have
also have like weird
ones.
extra stuff because
do.
Yeah. Smacky wizard.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
I had to verify to make sure it wasn't one of those weird extra
Yes.
things.
That is very fair.
It goes in the trunk, unfortunately for me.
Can Winnie teach Merrick? Because she knows how to use martial weapons?
Yeah, absolutely. You could. It does take down
Would
time,
Winnie
but
like
you can,
this
you can
hammer?
teach
Yeah.
weapon proficiencies.
I can help
I,
because I also
like
have
my
martial
two
proficiency.
needles.
Yes, but for when you wish to smack things instead.
That's true.
Because occasionally, stabbing things doesn't seem to work as well.
That's very true. Yes, I would love it. I'm going to put this huge hammer on my back, I guess. Somehow, yeah, I'm gonna have to relearn my balance a smooching, but we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Narkissa, are you doing anything now that you've seen one sepulcher opened? Are you investigating, or are you? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna do an investigation now
Cool.
through the other, since it's like, okay, I guess we're grave robbing.
I guess we're doing this.
Let's go.
Yeah, give me that investigation check. Yes. And for those who don't know what
Oh,
Thin the
that's-
Veil is,
Yeah, 20.
oh Jesus, I'll do that after this.
So that's a 26.
You are very quickly able to like, you've got a crowbar, right? That's one of your handy dandy tools.
Handy dandy tools. My
Yep.
lucky crowbar.
Your lucky crowbar. So that lucky crowbar is just like getting a lot of reps in, just boom, boom, and just like you're just sort of like like looking in through the little crack that you open, and it's just able to like, nope, not that one, and like you're very quick. Like these are well made, so you have no problems just like throwing it around a little bit and doing fast work. You notice that most of the sepulchers are completely empty, other than like the bodies. Some of them aren't actually entirely empty. It looks like they were made in advance of someone dying, and that like this was getting ready for them at some point, but they never had a chance to use it. But the other ones have bodies. Most of them don't have any sort of like burial wealth with them. The other one that does is one of the 3 like extra runed ones, and there's not a lot of like stuff lying around, but on one of the fingers of this dwarf is a golden ring in the shape of a dragon holding its tail in its mouth that is worth a pretty penny. And by pretty penny, I mean 120 gold pieces.
Hey, Merrick, would you like this ring?
Would you care for me to inspect it or to simply hold it?
Whatever you want to do, my lady.
Yes.
She's gonna get down on one knee and hold the ring out.
I don't understand but what you're doing at the moment, but thank you, yes.
Oh, I was teasing you a little bit, pretending like I'm proposing.
That's how you propose?
On one knee, yeah.
You don't just create a... Never mind.
What do you create?
Create what?
Nest.
Oh.
You create a home and a place where you can collect your wealth together.
I have not heard of that ritual, but I like it.
I'm pretty sure you'd do that after.
Well, if you don't create one that's strong enough or well done enough, then you would turn it down.
Well, no, you'd turn them down if you didn't like them, but if you like them, then you just say yes, right? And you build it together.
I see.
Right? I looked at everyone else like, this is what I read.
Marcus just shrugs like, I don't know, beating rituals. Just know that one.
Well, the giant's
Mating
usually made of
rituals.
either
Talking
really
about
nice
proposing.
rock or, a weapon.
So the giving of a gift.
Yeah.
I am dying. So many intrusive jokes, and I don't want to ruin the RP. But what I found out today is that giants are fucking penguins who give each other rocks. and that Winnie doesn't believe in premarital nesting. I also think there's something to be said for testing the durability of the nest after it's been made, but we're not gonna get into that right now.
Look, I don't know if you've ever seen a swallow poke at a nest and be like, nah, not for me, and then
Then just zoom.
Valid.
So you're like a bird.
yes, there are dances and rituals that we take.
I'm gonna... literally the next time when he's in her library again, she's gonna be reading all about this. I feel like the only time she's known this is like fairy tales, where like the man gets on one knee and proposes, and that's like the extent of the information she has.
Yes.
And then they have a house together at the end.
Yeah. That very much matches up, I think, with like the knowledge that Winnie would be exposed to.
Well, here, just have the ring. I think it would look nice on you.
I appreciate the gesture, yes. It is a very beautiful ring. Immediately starts looking for any arcane. Just must check before I put this on and fuck myself up.
Yep. Give me an investigation check or Arcana check. Arcana actually
we
makes
can
more sense.
Fuck with the Arcana check.
Yeah.
That's 24.
24. No signs of any sigils, runes, curses, or any of that nonsense.
Okay. Then it gets
Narcissa,
slid on.
give me a perception check with advantage.
That's, you said a perception check?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's gonna be a 14.
14. As you are sort of scouting about the room, yes, as you are scouting about the room, I'll say that you notice over down here, there is like this like wall is not stone. It is mud and wattle, and like it's been like pressed up and like formed as like a blockage out of mud and dirt and stuff, not out of stonework. So it is still like a tough wall. Like you give it a knock and it's firm. You would have to like do some damage repeatedly to like break it down, but it is like a semi-permanent structure, not a permanent one, that separates this room from another room.
There's something over there.
We have a task. Perhaps we can check it on our return.
I'm surprised you're the one saying that, because you were the one that started grave robbing.
I. There are certain innate things that just come up every once in a while that I cannot suppress.
Dragon's got a dragon.
Gotta find loot. I gotcha.
Yes. And we will return and come to seek out what it is that you found here, because I do understand your own innate desires.
Secret door.
He's
Yes.
like running after the light. Oh wait, Pebble came back. But it's actually quite
Alright.
interesting. Nah, we won't do it. It only is an hour. It's fine. How long does it take to get to the orcs and back? Ish.
Minutes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because they're like, you know that like this is gonna go north into a room, and then it's just straight up.
Cool. Okay. Then I guess we'll go straight there.
Yep. So we will actually even jump off of the map now, because
Mhm.
you are able to. I will
We'll be back.
say
We'll be back in this
you-
area, so leave us there.
Yes. As Pebble explored a little bit of that. Where's my little eye? Where'd you go, eye? Oh, that's right. I stopped having the eye have dark vision because I didn't want to give you any extra information. But Pebble, I saw you like go down to the bottom of the stairs, just like I'm gonna use these
Take a look.
stairs. I'll use them. I'll
Just
use
once.
these.
Just once.
Just once.
Damn stairs.
And you did notice another set of
Man.
stairs down here leading south out of that big cavern area. So there is another path to the south if you want
There's
to
a
explore
few
that.
paths going down.
There's a couple. There's a couple of options. You also remember in this.
There's a north area as well, isn't there?
Mm-hmm. So in this room, this is probably gonna not let me move it that way. Oh,
If you
yay.
zoom out, there's lots of areas on the map.
But in this room where you fought the Sturges, there's also that like underneath the
Mhm.
water pass where you sent Craig in and he like floated down the river and then got like
We got eaten.
clapped by
Eaten.
something. Yeah, so there is that path through the water to some other area, and then there is the way that you let Frack and Thrag out, that tunnel that leads out of the cavern entirely out into the wild. But then there's also the stairs that lead up to the oh, chat is wild today. There's also the stairs that lead up to the mountain door area with all of the orcs. You are able to check in. If you'd like to RP, we can. If you're just checking in to be like, hey, no need for a fight, then you can consider the
Hey.
message relayed.
Hope you're doing well. You people have come back. You've handled that. We don't actually need to fight. We kind of settled things over there. There's a truce going on. They're not gonna fuck with you as long as you don't fuck with them. Let's go.
And Lyric is able to confirm, yes, the other like scouting party did return. They were able to figure this one went a lot better. Not as many like forced, negotiations this time around. It seems like with most of the tribe.
Oh, also,
Um,
there might be a dragon that might get angry at some point.
I do recall there being a noise to that effect at some point.
Yes. Well, we must go cull it. So,
Good luck.
thank you. Okay, there was a secret door that you wish to return to.
Let's go.
Task
Yeah.
handled. Check mark on the list of to-dos. Now we can.
I
Yeah, we can
will-
go back.
I will do. This is not me telling you which way to go. This is me reminding you of which ways you know to go. There's obviously the secret door that you
Mhm.
just found. The little like mud and wattle. It's not even really a door. It's like a wall that's been made. Then there is also, if you wanted to go, if Dragon was your main objective, there is the rope ladder that leads down into that
Mhm.
pit that is in the foundry area.
That, I think, was what we were going to use, but first there was a secret door that we promised to Narkissa.
That secret
Secret
door.
door.
Secret
Secret door.
tunnel.
Secret door.
Secret door.
Secret door.
Secret door.
Get
Oh.
that crowbar out.
Get that
Come
crowbar
on,
out.
old trusty.
Amazing. So the way that it actually has you like interact with this barrier is that it is like a thing with AC and hit points. And it's actually pretty. It has 50 hit points per 5-foot segment, and it's 10 feet deep. Like, I will just say all of that to say that like you start going at it with Trusty, and it's like, this is a lot of fucking mud. This is a lot. Is this ever gonna end?
Is there
Mirror
a shovel anywhere?
Over
Miss-
them with the quarterstaff and woo, bigger
Should we-
crowbar.
We smash it with the hammer we just found.
Yes. I'm smashing it with the hammer. Winnie is like, you can, when she lifts it, she flies backwards. Like, she can't, like, keep the weight, and then she, like, flies forwards to try and smash it. She is not doing well with this strength weapon.
I think the first few times it happens, Pebble's behind her, just like pushing it back up.
Amazing.
It's a
I
dual
also have
move
a shovel.
where you have to push the hammer up for me to get
Okay.
momentum.
So that just makes you the pivot, and she's the actual strength factor to it.
Pivot! Pivot! Pivot!
This is like a whisper from Pebble, like 45 degrees right. When he's like, "Ah!"
Amazing.
Uh,
Y'all
Can
got
I have
some-
a +1 when Pebble helps me? Can I remove my -1 damage when Pebble helps me throw my hammer?
You know what? Why not? Sure. Incredible. Oh. So, I will just say, eventually, you break this thing down, and you are able to get into the next area.
Cool.
And I will open the secret door.
Open.
Oh,
the
I just say,
door.
Narkisa, be careful in case there are the snappy boys, please.
Sturges.
Sturges with a
Looks
little
like Pebble
mosquitoes,
got in here
weren't they?
before
Those
me,
little
so
mosquito
be
flies,
careful,
yeah.
Pebble.
I'm talking about the
Sorry.
really gross smelling fish people, crocodile people, whatever they were.
Yes, this is why I'm keeping the light behind us as well as in front of us.
Smart.
That's
Smart. Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel. We are all on the same 4 jokes that just keep concurrently running side by side.
That one there's stuck. That one's burnt into the brain
Yep.
now. It's not gonna.
Mhm.
Alrighty, let me give you a little bit of flavor text because, oop, I'm gonna pause you
Because they're all
Before-
moving
before
in.
you get into trouble. I'm gonna pause you.
Let's go!
Let's go!
It's just
Awesome.
Pebble and
Light.
Narkissa now just exploring.
I love it. I'm gonna move the vision in a little bit so that we can see more, and then yeah, let's have the stream join in. Whee! There we go. Now we can see. So you're moving from that sepulcher area into what looks like there's a little lake kind of thing happening. Not a lake, more like a pond here.
I'm
This
looking
area.
for the remnants of Craig.
I will say you could just imagine that they are there because the smell, as soon as you got that last little bit of breaking through that mud and wattle wall, that plug that was keeping these 2 rooms separate, just an onslaught of stench hits you as this whole area is vile in its stench. It's that kind of stench that you close your nose and you breathe through your mouth and you can still feel it. It's just there.
It's Pretty's favorite flavor.
Yeah. You can see the remnants of butchered game animals are hanging both on the floor. They're not hanging on the floor, they're piled on the floor, but also hanging from the ceiling on crude wooden stakes. Along the cavern walls, there are stakes slammed into the walls and hanging from the ceiling, and there are just animal carcasses slotted into those things. And you even spot a couple of orc corpses that have been treated in the same fashion. Let's see here. Let me give you some information about the pool. is about the pool of water, by the way, is about 10 feet deep in the middle. So not crazy deep, but there was a little bit that like if you went into it, it's like, ooh, gotta swim this part.
10 feet's pretty deep. That's taller than a human.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, if you were at bottom, you'd be able to like kick off and probably get yourself back up to get a little breath of water. It's not like drowning deep.
Winnie flies up.
Winnie flies. And yeah, you also see the river this little stream comes through this cavern and then pools into this little like waiting area of water. And then you see that it's leaving at a much more rapid pace down to the southeast. And now you can move around again. I've unpaused.
You said that these animals were like butchered, not just like up there rotting, right?
Yes. I mean, they are up there. It's both. They have been.
It's both. Okay.
They've butchered in the sense that something has been eating them, but also, yes, rotting.
Is it just in the sense that they've been eating them, or with actual like cuts?
Looks to have been actual cuts. Like a bone will have been sawed through, not just broken off.
So something was here, like actively using
Or
them.
they eat it still rotten. The smell was still very, very around when they were around last time.
Mhm.
And they were hiding in the walls. I want to fly up into the center where, right where Mark just moved the dancing lights. And I just want to have a look around, and I want to be specifically focusing on like looking for like eyes hiding in the walls, like bodies like being camouflaged. That's what I'm specifically looking for if I can do
Sure.
these things.
Sure. Give me a perception check. 13? Nothing's jumping out to you. There's nothing that is getting your attention.
Are any of these carcasses fresh looking?
Give me a survival check.
This will not go well.
Ooh, hold on.
I've got to go.
Just watching Bud notice the door.
12.
Just move them back.
12. Perfect.
I can run that.
I know you can. There's something else happening.
Oh no.
As Mirik is sort of looking them over, 12, you're not really able to tell which one's the most recent of them. There's a couple that look the least disgusting. They're not the ones that like the meat is starting to like kind of liquefy and drip
Luff.
off of the bones. Yeah. And then there's some that look a little bit more intact and they've just had a few honks ripped out of them. Narkissa indeed does notice that there is a door over in this wall and was just turning from your exploration of the northern area to go and check that out when that stench got a lot worse and there is the slight sound of breathing coming from behind her. And now we are going to roll initiative. Wee! I don't know why I said we as I was rolling. I felt the need. I felt the need in my bones.
Me.
Wee!
Oh.
Mirik does not have mage armor on right now, does she? I didn't know if you were gonna be equally a dick as me and hold yourself to not having said it. So that's why I was asking. Just
If I
then.
don't say it,
You don't
I
say
don't
it.
count it.
I love it. I love it. You are gentleman and a fiend. I love it. 20 or above for initiative. 15 to 20.
Oh, we're rolling initiative.
We are rolling initiative, yes. Things have happened.
I had to think about the mage armor first. Oh, that's terrible. Okay.
15 to 20. 10 to 15.
12.
Well, all right then. 5 to 10.
6.
9.
Merrick was like, snack.
And then, oof, Haley is not here, but at the very least, we can get through the surprise round. As this little friend appears. They are very sneaky stealthy, and it is going to attack Narkissa. Haley, you're back. What did you roll for initiative? 10. Why didn't I leave space? Okay, cool. Alrighty. Ooh, they get multi-attack. Neat. Can you tell I didn't think that y'all would go here? But hey, here we are. And then... Oh my, 3 attacks?
Stop it.
All right, 3 attacks. Fine. I'll do it. I'll do it because you said so, stat block. So first one... Not because I want to. 19 to hit.
Look at this nerd listening to
Yes.
stat blocks.
What a nerd. Just the absolute worst. Oh, darn it, I didn't bring the d4s that are easier to read. It's fine. So, with the bite, it's going to do 4 piercing damage to you. And then that was the only... You are now not surprised, so no more advantage. Still an 18 to hit.
Yep.
6 points of slashing damage with the claws. And 1 more claw attack.
Ow.
16 to hit.
Yep.
Oh my gosh! Another 6 points of slashing damage with the claw.
Ow.
Yes. And normally, I would say you'd be able to uncanny dodge one of those now with your reaction. But because you are surprised and you have not gone yet, you don't get a reaction. So now, Narkissa, it is your turn. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Why did you hurt me like this?
Why do I hurt you like this?
That's a natty 1.
Ooh!
Because you chose to open the secret door.
Secret tunnel! Stinky tunnel!
Not just that, but run away. Run so far. ahead.
Okay, you are poisoned until the start of your next turn. And that just means disadvantage with saves and attacks, I believe. I actually skipped a turn, technically, because there's another one here. And Mirik, while you are looking at, I wonder which one of these was the freshest. That one looks really fresh. That one's attacking me. And there's going to be another one right here in your face. 19 on the first attack.
Hit.
Hit. The good old bite. 4 points of piercing damage on the bite. And then claw.
Bit me.
A natural 1 on the first claw, but a natural 19 on the second claw for a 23. And that is going to be 3 points of slashing damage. A very different tale to how effective the other one was. That was the Troglodyte's turn, Narkissa's turn. Winnie, you are surprised, but now you have your reaction. Pebble, you are surprised, now you have your reaction. Mirik, you are surprised, now you have a reaction, but start of your turn, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Bit me.
It did bite you, yes.
It's okay, I'm about to bite it back.
Ooh, saucy.
Saucy. Is an 11 a fail?
11 is a fail. Let me really double check. Yes, fail.
So if I just arcane deflection that to add 4 to that saving throw
I think you're good. Yeah.
for a 15.
Yes, you are good.
Okay.
So the stench starts to fill your nostrils as this thing bites down and claws
No.
into you. And it's just a whole bunch of nastiness. And you just like quickly what does the arcane deflection look like when you're like bolstering your saves?
It's this like silvery sheen that comes over her, and she's just no,
Makes-
thank you.
Makes a little pocket of clean air around your nostrils. Alrighty. That was the first round. Surprise round is done. They get to go again, because I didn't think I rolled highest initiative, but I did. Wee!
Look. Snack.
Here we go. Bite, claw, claw. We got, it's a target-rich environment, and we're gonna keep pounding the same ones until they're down. Interpret how you will. Bite! Natural 1. 11 to hit you, Narkissa.
Miss.
Miss. That
Fine.
dice is gonna have a break. Well, I missed the bite. So it tried to like re-bite when it was already on your shoulder, and you're able to like slip out of it. The claw also misses, and the second claw is going to be a 16 to hit you.
That's it.
Okay, but you will be able to uncanny dodge this damage. So it's 3 points of damage. If you want to uncanny dodge it, you can.
Yes.
Okay, so 1 point of damage on that. And then against Mirik, bite, natural 19, 23. This is so dumb. Why am I rolling so well for these dudes? 6 points of piercing damage. I'm gonna roll like shit for the dragon, but the troglodytes had their day.
That's how it is with you, Matt. The ones you think aren't going to be a problem are always the problem.
The next dungeon's just nothing but abyssal chickens. That's an 11 to hit on the second one.
I would. Oh my god, I would just cry.
I've already used my reaction for this round.
Yes,
so
you have.
11 still hits.
11 hits. 4 points of slashing damage. And then a 14, I will assume, hits, which will be
Yes.
5 points of slashing damage. These dudes are doing some work.
Slowly
Oh.
clawing through it.
Holy crap. All right. That is their turn done. You do the seeing both of you still standing after the surprise attack, like the second one is like and like quickly shouts out something. And it is going to be Narkissa's turn. Narkissa, give me a Constitution saving throw.
That will be a 11.
11 is just barely a fail, so you still are poisoned. But it is your turn now.
Screw it. I am going to pull out my rapier and return fire.
Because of the poison and the stench, you will have disadvantage on the attack, but you can absolutely do this.
Yes. It's going to be a 15 to hit.
15 will hit. No sneak attack because of the disadvantage, but you just do still get to do damage.
One moment. La rapier. Deep. Not so great on the damage. That's minimum damage for 5.
Oh. Still, every bit counts. And these dudes aren't crazy tanky. Like that 5 points of damage, you significant damage to him. He is wounded.
I know, but I can usually do better.
Yes. Holding ourselves accountable to the successes of past.
All right, and then I am going to Void Shroud myself as a bonus action.
Nice. Get yourself some hit points.
Oh, and that's going to be max. And that will be my turn.
Okay. Cool. That is your turn, which brings us to Winnie. It is your turn.
How are they both looking?
The one next to Mirik is untouched. The one with Narkissa has been hurt, but is not bloodied.
Cool. Easy peasy. I am going to... I like look at both and like Winnie's focus is split and she's frustrated by that for a second, and she kind of like she pictures the help that she always wanted, and you see this like spectral form start like running up towards Narkissa's Narcissa as the other lizard there, and it is a primate. So it's like a little monkey that is like running up towards what is it called?
A troglodyte.
Troglodyte, running up towards the troglodyte, and it's like covered in white fur that if you like look at it, it's all like mycelium covering the entire body of it, with like pinks and peaches of like a few little fungal bits just like peeking through as patches as it runs over, and it's going to take a big bite out of the thingamajiggy.
I am so bummed that of all the things I didn't get to do was making your summon tokens, but for now, I'll just give you a little...
Pop anything there, it's fine.
That is too small. Well, we'll know it's your thing.
Yeah, no, that's all good. And
What does this thing even look like? There, looks like that. There you go.
and it has its turn after my turn?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, cool. And I don't have to... it's a free action to tell it what to do, so I
Yes.
say attack.
Yep.
The troglodyte. And then I will fly over here. Yep, and I'm going to get into melee with the other one, so Merrick. So I'm on the other side of Merrick. And that's the end of that.
Nice. Excellent, excellent. Very well done. And so now, yes, now it is your summoned beast's turn.
Cool. It's going to try and take a bite with its big green fangs at the thing. 6.
You said primate, and now I'm picturing, since it's doing a bite, now I'm picturing this like big mandrill mouth, which is like these huge teeth coming out.
Yeah, and they're like dripping. Like its saliva is like green and
Yes.
it kind of like
Where it
poison
hits the
looking, even though
ground, it's
not
this little
poison.
like blooming of lichen on the ground. Yeah.
Yep. What is it? Plus 5. Oh, 21 to hit.
Boof. Yeah, that'll hit. That'll do. That'll play.
And then it's a D8 plus 4. 8 damage.
8 damage. Ouchie wouchies.
Mm-hmm.
Man, if I had a nickel for every time you did exact damage, I'd be able to retire. You do exact this and just like leaps up and like straight for the neck, and Narcissus just like, I hope I'm able to just this fucking weird fungus monkey just pounces on this thing, and you just see scales and flesh being ripped, like flying into the air as it completely mauls this thing to death. Very well done. It has its movement, because I think you're allowed to summon it anywhere within range.
I could summon it anywhere within range just for flavor. I was saying that it was like running as it was doing it.
So if you wanted to,
and then
yeah,
sure. It's got land. I'll learn this eventually better, but right
no
now
worries.
it's got 30 feet.
New spells, who dis?
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Cool. So it's just gonna run just down to here.
Yep. Was that the right amount or one more?
One more, but
One more.
that's
Boop. There we go.
okay.
There we go. Very, very good. And yes, I will get you set up with proper tokens for that.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm just gonna pick one animal for each type. So
Sure.
we'll just do that. Yeah. So my lichen monkey.
That was Winnie's turn. Excellent. You not start your turn next to the troglodyte, so you don't have to do the poison save. Oh man, technically the mandrill did, but let's not worry about it. Roll, for my sake of sanity, roll a con save for your beast. And hopefully the dice gods are...
Plus 3. Yeah, 21.
Yeah, didn't matter. Dice gods hate reverse math.
It literally was like, poison? What do you
What's
mean?
that?
This is adding to my mushrooms. It's just like eating it.
I am poison? That's my thing. And then it is Petal's turn.
Right. I will move 10 right here.
This
Hey,
poor
lunch.
troglodyte is fucking surrounded.
Yes. And I shall meteor that. Oh, that's a nat 1.
Ooh, meteor hammer gets all like tangled up. Like crap, gotta reset.
But I will use flurry of blows for a key point.
Yep.
And I will be punching
I almost said your second attack, but then I was like, oh no, wait, the risk of multiclassing. You don't get that yet.
I don't have it yet. Oh, that is a 26.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. That's not a crit. Holy shit. Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, that was a natural 19, so that would be. Only 5, but I get to hit one more time.
Hey.
So...
Only 5 was the penultimate amount of damage for that last one, so.
Oh, okay. Wait. Okay, so I don't hit again? Or...
You do. What was the second one?
Okay.
What was the second attack? Or third attack?
14.
14 does hit. Yes.
Okay. 7.
7. Oh, so close. It is on its last legs, just reeling from the punches.
Okay.
Alrighty. I believe that was a little bit of movement and then action and bonus action.
Oh, actually,
You have more?
I am going to. Yes. Since I am now level 2, I can use a divine smite.
Oh,
on that last hit.
Yes, you would have.
Uh,
In all technicality, you would have had to call that before telling me what the damage was. So it's if you hit, you're like, okay, I want a divine smite, and then you get to roll the smite damage on top of your
Oh, okay.
your normal damage.
Then that's okay.
It's okay.
I
It's
can
okay.
I can fit it.
Okay, if you want to save it, you can.
That's
That
right.
is-
Yeah,
Mirik,
that is okay.
you are now up.
Mirik had started to get the crackles in her mouth, and then Winnie came up behind, and she's like, "Huh, let me just swallow that back down real quick."
Smoke.
I think what happened was I got Vengalia in my brain and I was just like, flanking!
Flanking!
I'm gonna flank for you! But then I realized that we don't do that here, and now I'm like,
Womp womp.
Actively in line of fire.
does the cone go up too? Yeah, not just out. If I flew up.
It's not a cone, it's a straight line.
It's a straight
Just
line.
zoom. But that's okay, because she will instead reach out to claw at Shocking Grasp.
Ooh, yes. No advantage, doesn't have any metal armor, but yes,
No
absolutely.
Let's see. That
Dress it.
is...
Is it pressing it?
Does it work if I tenderized it first?
13 to hit.
13 does hit.
Excellent. I love having a +7 to smack things.
Mhm.
It's great.
We're getting up there and smacking. And that is for 8 damage.
8 damage. Yes. It is absolutely fried. You drive it to the ground. Shocked, and it just keels over dead. You are out of initiative.
Looks to Winnie as it falls and is just... Do you think that these are edible?
Oh, I thought you were gonna tell me off.
Oh, no. You took a spot of... a position of advantage. I'm not going to tell you off for that. I'm just glad I was able to stop before I accidentally caused any harm.
That's alright. You gotta try really hard to hurt me.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're edible, for sure. I give it a sniff. Can I do a survival check?
Canonically, Winnie loves it. Because you've said that before every time I brought up this gut-wrenching stench.
Yes. But do they smell just as bad as the bodies that is in this area? Because I figured the rotting bodies was where the smell was coming from there, but do they themselves
They smell,
like
if anything, worse. It's like
Worse.
this is their diet,
Ooh.
and it gets into them, and like their BO is like, what if the sweatiest nerd in the world that never showers before going to Magic the Gathering nights also consumed only rotting flesh?
Wow. What does his insides look like?
Let's find out.
When you look through them, black is black muscle that, like, as it touches the air, it like wilts like lettuce that has been in its container of like salad container for too long and is just rotting and waiting for the first thing to touch it so that it could just like collapse in on itself.
What's it taste like?
Does Winnie taste it?
Yeah.
How about we not taste
It
the
looks
strange
like it
thing?
looks like the black blood.
It does look a little bit like the black, like the pudding from Sunless Citadel. So yeah, go. I'll give you a Constitution saving throw.
For someone with such shit con, I really shouldn't be doing this shit.
I love it so much.
I got a 5.
I'm going to say, not right now, because I feel like canonically, Winnie's sense of smell and flavor is predisposed to liking this. So I think Winnie likes it, but internally she hasn't like quite matched that sense yet. And so not yet, but there will be consequences.
Nice.
Right.
But in terms of its taste, it tastes like if you,
It's not as good as the black blood, is it?
the black blood had a much smoother texture. The black blood was this like, if like blood pudding was like a little pudding cup that you'd like send kids to school with, like just that perfect velvety smooth texture, but still really rich in iron. Danny's face is so quality as I'm describing this. Whereas this was more like sort of like not quite cooked rhubarb that still tastes like that soured meat.
Yes.
It's got that like stringy, fibrous texture that is a little bit tough going down.
It's not the best black blood I've ever tasted, but it's not bad. Tummy feels a little bleh, though.
That's
Perhaps
because
we will
they're
stick to-
poisonous.
They're poisonous? Yeah, pretty sure they are.
Yeah.
So am I.
Yes, you are, dear. Very beautifully so. Just we'll start carving off meat from the hanging meat that doesn't look like it's entirely bleh.
Give me a survival check.
Do our best.
I can help. I'm proficient in survival if you want.
If you would like to take
I'm sniffing everything for you.
So now Mirik is like, whichever part she says doesn't smell as good, that's the part I want. So Mirik, I'm very hesitant to give advantage on this. What's your first roll? Let's see what that is, and then we can decide if advantage need play into this.
If I help, also gonna be an advantage.
Does Pebble have
please.
proficiency in survival?
I do. I see them trying to
Yes.
find this, and I'm just like, I don't
rolled a
want to eat
7.
that.
So
You get advantage because of Pebble specifically.
Because
You
of
get
Pebble.
advantage.
Just like, this is gonna go horribly wrong, and they're gonna try to feed this to me, and I.
Mirik is just of the mindset, if I cook it long enough, it'll be fine. If we just throw it in the stew, it'll be fine.
If we make it into a curry, it'll
Listen.
be fine.
I'm proficient in cooking.
As someone who did not read the expiration date on sale breakfast sausage before having cooked it, I can tell you 100% certain it does not work that way. You cannot cook the bad out.
No. Sausage
Yeah,
is not
but I'm a
alive.
dragon, so
Nope. Not that magic.
What if we use the alchemist fire?
What was the
But
second
it's
roll?
also, if it's
So
meat
then-
that hasn't been cut into, there can't be germs on the inside of it anyway.
If there are germs on the inside of the meat, the germs can like tunnel in. They can start getting
Yeah.
to it.
Oh yeah. If
as
it's
a
on the
15
Well, that's
on
why.
the second
That's why
roll.
you can't eat sausage like that. But
Yeah.
you can eat steak.
Yes, because steak is like nice
because
and
you have to
sealed.
cook. Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
cook the outside of it.
15 is good enough. You're able to.
Pebble just like pushes Mirik's hand into the correct position.
Not that one. You're able to get 2 rations worth of good meat. Now it is raw meat, so you'll have to do something to actually like make it not raw, but it's usable.
What he
All
calls
that
a
matters.
lemon from underneath her armpit. No, I'm just- we can cure it this way.
You
No.
cannot. Not gonna crudo this nearly rotted deer.
Carpaccio.
I'm gonna stick to my rations.
It's beef tartare.
I made
Look.
sure it was fine.
I can only take so many days of dried and smoked meat.
That makes sense.
There needs to be something fresher in my diet every once in a while.
And can you eat stuff raw? Because you're a dragon, or still need to cook it?
You know, I've never actually tried. We always just assumed that I needed to cook it. But then again, when father would go hunting, it was usually came back already burnt to some degree.
It just like
Hi.
tugs at your leg.
Oh, you
Your
are.
monkey's pretty cool.
He's fucking awesome. I am so excited. Good.
Is everybody okay?
Yeah.
You guys took a lot of
I
hits.
hurt. I hurt so much.
You hurt? Okay. Fix. I'm fine.
I can see to my own wounds, yes.
Okay.
Because I've got also, I can help. Boop. I'll wait until Pebble finishes. What are you doing? Do you want to use your
no,
lay
you
on
go ahead
hands, or do you
first.
want me to use... Okay, I'm
Go
going
first,
to. I'll
it's
do
fine.
a first because I've got first levels healing word, so it's just a D4 plus 4. But and you get my spores as well. Oh, nice. So that's 8 healing, and then you also get. Where is it? Where is it? Five temporary hit points.
Doesn't beat my 8 temporary hit points.
No.
I wish it stacked.
Yeah.
Myrick will use her cure wounds over herself. And then cast mage armor immediately after.
Boop boop.
Okay, fixing that. Fixing this.
Mm-hmm.
How is Narkissa looking?
She is better, but could still use some more healing.
Okay, I'll use 5 lay on hands for you. Also, if you are poisoned, that will get rid of it.
You do have to choose whenever
Oh.
you're doing that. She's not poisoned anyways, Narkis. So that poison feeling, it's really more of like a stench, like nausea. So like as soon
Oh, I
as the
didn't see
troglodyte
the
died,
Okay,
the poison went away. But yes, the
gotcha. It's been a while since I played a paladin.
been a while, but yes, yeah, you had to choose between the poison or the health.
I know my name says paladin, but I'm usually a cleric. Yes. Okay, then 5 hit points instead.
Okay, thank you. Much better. Alright, so are we gonna fight this dragon?
I mean, there was a door over here. Do we want
There is a
to finish
door.
looking?
There was a door right over there.
Yeah, you want to check that door first, Narkissa?
What's everyone's passive perceptions real
Don't.
quick?
4.
12.
14.
12.
11.
Okay, so it sounds like the 14 was the highest, Winnie, right?
Mhm.
Does your beast have a good passive perception? What's that one's? Because sometimes they get pretty good stats. I can't remember.
12.
12, okay. Winnie, I would say that you hear coming from the southeast, where that river is running out of that pond. You hear like the clinking of chains. It was very, very slight, very small, and briefly.
Once we're done with the door, I heard chains clinking south of here. Should we go check it out? I can always send the monkey.
I mean, I don't mind checking out this area. Oh, we should be careful. Things.
Do you want to check the door first and see if it's just a room or if it's a passageway?
Yeah, I'll check the door.
You checking it for
Figure it
traps
out.
or just like listening at it to see what's on the other side, that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me investigation for the traps and perception for listening.
Can I also do a listen if I'm...
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yay.
21.
21 for perception for Pebble. What was the...
So my perception is a 13, and then my investigation is a 12.
Okay. Investigation 12. No traps that you could tell. I would say both of you hear a little bit of scuttling about. It's like footfalls, a little bit of movement, maybe some rocks like scratching. General sense that there's stuff on the other side of this door.
I'll like try to get everyone's attention and just be like, point to the door, like it's behind people. Something.
Good are your chains.
So we have a choice: either we go to the chains or we open up this door and probably fight more.
We may as well take the fight to them at this point. I'm quite tired of people taking advantage of us.
Let's do it then. We all line up at the door ready to go.
Yeah, Renarcus is gonna wait until like everybody's around. So let me know when you guys are in position.
Oh, by the by, my dancing lights would have been dropped the minute she took damage.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's right. We're not keeping that.
Oh, do you want to move your monkey?
I can't move
You
him,
can't.
but
Yeah, I
he's
need
gonna,
to fix that.
He's gonna be at Narcissus' feet.
Okay, cool. So Monkey's on the
Okay.
breach and clear team.
All right, 1.
Oh, hold
Two.
on. Because that door is locked. I need to see how it's locked for you.
Mhm.
Sorry.
1, 2, 3, and all 4 of us are like.
Surprise round. We just fall in.
Amazing.
Just bounce off it.
Okay. It is not locked in the traditional sense. It's also like a door. It's not a door in the traditional sense. Ooh, it's getting spooky. Perfect. It's not a door in the traditional sense. It is another one of those like mud and wattle sort of like plugs, but you could tell that it's not as deep. Like you were able to listen through it and like inspecting it a little bit. Like you were able to like move a little thieves tool and like actually get like wiggle it free. So it's more of like something that could be a door and can be pushed out of the way. It's just gonna take a strength check doing it. So whoever's in the front needs to do a strength check to be able to shove this thing. And what I'll say is that since strength checks in not initiative are incredibly weird and annoying, what I'll say is this. If you want to do nothing but bust that open, I will say you could do that, and that whoever is doing that is taking their turn off for the first round, and everyone else should be rolling initiative and doing stuff.
Mirik will go ahead and
Okay.
do the strength.
What I was gonna say is
Can I get my monkey to do it?
you could. What I was gonna say is you could also, if you wanted to, roll the strength check, but if it fails, then you are really like potentially hosed because now y'all are stuck on the other side or something. So whoever is opening it, just let me know, and that person is doing nothing but that for their turn.
Mirik's very strong, aren't they?
Yes.
My monkey flexes as well, and they are strong, but whatever you would prefer.
And the monkey
Would you like a
help?
turn, or do you want to push the door?
I think it's best if we allow those with ranged capabilities to take up positions behind me, because I am capable of both melee and remaining out of melee. Not that none of you are incapable, it's just I don't mind whatever comes hitting me first and giving you all the ability.
Okay.
So Mirik will take their turn to open door if I
And-
need to roll it.
Can the monkey help?
I may as well leave. I mean, depends. Completely up to you. The monkey's got a +4 to strength, so
I have a +3, so they're
Yeah.
only one over me.
yeah. So if Matt says that they can help, but then that's probably the monkey's turn too.
That would be the monkey's turn too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll need it because I rolled an 18.
So we'll say as Mirik, you are taking. We'll roll initiative normally, but however the causality of this is, your first round is just dealing with the ramifications of doing the door.
Open door. Yeah.
Everyone else is going to do breach and clear stuff.
Okay.
Let me do some quick rolls on their side just to determine some other things. Neat. Okay. This is going to be wild. You push the door in.
Okay.
And I will say that, who has it? Who has all of this stuff? At that moment of pushing the door in, Pebble, Mirik, and Narkissa, you all have this unsettling sense of strangeness afoot. It is that kind of goosebumps, hair on the back of your neck feeling where you know someone is watching you. You push the door open. And let's roll initiative. Oh, buddy. $20 or above.
20.
20.
Who has the highest initiative modifier?
+4.
+4. When did you say something? I think it muted you.
Oh, I said +3.
Okay, so Mirik and then Narkissa, both at 21. 15 to 20?
16.
16.
I got 16 too.
Oh my
We're all
gosh.
magic.
What is happening? It's the complete opposite.
This is what happens when we are prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Pebble would go before Winnie, I think.
I have
Okay.
a +4 on initiative too.
I got +2.
Okay, this is actually perfect because Mirik, first turn, you are opening the door. You've shoved the door
Yeah.
open, and people can filter through as they need. So now it would go to Narkissa's turn.
She does call out, just because they're all kind of behind her, tunnel. So they know it's a smaller space.
Narkissa,
Okay.
you're up.
Trying to get through. I think trying to just get through, that's going to be like 15 feet of movement.
5, 10, 15. It's 15 to there. Yep. And if movement ends up being difficulty in this like close cavern space, use the WASD to move around. That'll probably be your easiest bet because otherwise it like
can
hits
do that?
walls and stuff. Yeah, you can use WASD to move. Yeah, WASD moves your token.
Why didn't you ever tell us this before?
I genuinely thought I thought I had mentioned it before. I'm very sorry. You could totally video game this bullshit the entire way. There you go. You're welcome.
Noted.
Noted.
All right, and I will use my since I can't see or sense anything
Would-
close by
in
me.
all
I'm
fairness-
going to take.
In all fairness, would you have changed your lantern to be the full exposure instead of the 5-foot dim?
Probably.
Okay, I'm fine making that change. We can change that on your token because I was watching you go in. I was like, man, that's not lighting anything up, is it? So I think 30 feet is what you get. And correct me if I'm wrong. Or is it 60 and 30? What is the lantern when it's out?
See what it says about
I love this music.
my lantern. Will cast a bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet.
Dope. Okay, so it's 30-30. So,
Mhm.
My little lantern, my little light source, protect me from the darkness here. There you go. So that is what you can see. Is appropriate. Oh, you can see attempting to sort of blend into their surroundings. Some troglodytes to the south. There are 2 to the south right here. And then there are a couple more down over this way.
So I'm gonna, since I've reached the end of my, actually could. I'm gonna take the dodge action,
Okay, excellent. Dodge action.
and for my bonus action,
You could dash. Could get in there.
I could.
Be the tip of the spear.
Oh. They're all just gonna come for me though, and I'm gonna make it difficult for them. I'm gonna park myself here, so
Okay.
no bonus action.
Okay. That brings us to Pebble's turn.
Alright. Gonna duck under a very tall wizard. 5, 10, 15,
And you get to ignore it because you're lay tiny.
20, 25.
We're gonna go a little bit long because we did have a late start, but I've got a moment in mind. I'm just trying to find it.
35 over in front of us. Oh, no.
And
Oh gosh.
and as you move there, you do see another one of those troglodytes to your west. Again, it's attempting to hide. It is not doing a good job of it. I did actually roll stealth checks for all of their stuff.
Oh,
It was more that to your west.
To your west.
The West.
Not to your left, to your right.
Well,
to
because-
the west.
Because it would be to,
your
Pebble's
west.
right. But
It would be the purple.
there's no facing in Pathfinder. I mean D&D.
But actually, did you know that north is on the left side?
Don't-
So
we're not-
when I'm
no,
saying
no.
north, I actually mean up when I say east.
I'm going. Whoever wrote Hidden Tribe to Loctalon, you are on my hit list. You know what you did, Pebble. That was your movement, action and bonus action.
I'll take a pebble out of my pocket and throw it at this guy right here.
At that guy right there, do it.
Let's see. 25.
25 will absolutely hit. Yes.
6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. This dude thought he was so stealthy and just like right in the fucking eye. Just ow!
I will go ahead and use add stone strike to that.
Ooh, okay.
So that's another 1d6 force damage, and it must succeed on a strength saving to be pushed
Strength
10 feet in a straight line.
He fails that strength save. So 10 feet, 5, 10, just gets shoved back. And also the damage.
3.
An extra 3 damage. He is bloodied. That took him below half.
Get away from my friends.
Get away from my friends. Is that your turn?
Yes, it is.
Excellent.
nice shot, Pebble.
Nice shot. Nice shot, Pebble. Don't get cocky. Winnie, it is your turn.
Try not to.
Witty is blind. So she is going to.
By the way, technically not. Do you see that little gray circle that's around you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's got blind sight up to.
Yes.
Yeah, but like technically she's in the dark right now.
Yes.
She can just kind of like feel where
She's
things
sensing
are. and she-
things. Yeah.
That's right. So Miric's probably looking towards the door, but Winnie is like just had a Seisha moment with Mirik before when they were tasting the body together. So she's like got this huge smile on her face as she just like flies into the room with full trust that someone will catch her / that there'll be light once they go in there. Oh, there is. Nice. So
We got you.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, so I can get just behind Narkissa. And then... Can I reach that's 40 feet? Can I see him, or is he got cover?
You should be able to see him, yeah. Let me double.
If I fly up a bit, I want to as high as I can without ruining everything. I just want to shoot
I will say he's still got half cover, but you
Half
can
cover?
shoot at him. Yep.
Cool. I'm still gonna use my longbow and try and hit. Oh no, 11.
11. Oh, because of the half cover, it does not hit. 11 misses.
16, 21.
21. Oh, I'm so glad that Thin the Veil happened just right then. 21 will hit. Roll damage. And do any magical spores that you'd like to do.
It's 4 damage, and I just want to add a thing of Motross for their
Okay.
turn.
Dope.
Alright, put one of my d4s in front of me so I know that it's 1 d4 against something. And then that is the end. Oh, yeah, no, because you can't bonus action because there's no offhand weapon with a bow, right?
Right,
That's not
yeah.
how it works. Yeah, cool.
What was the
And
damage?
then I just 4 total.
4 total. Dope.
And then I send my monkey on his turn to run in as far as he can. And that's
5,
dash, I
10,
guess.
15, 20, 25. What's his movement speed?
30.
30. So you can get to there with just movement.
Haley can't see anything else. So I
Can you
I
not
don't
see?
think
You should
I
be
can
able to
see down, but not like left or right or anything like
gotcha.
that.
Yes. Yeah.
So I don't know if there's anything, but if there is someone that he
There
could
is that
reach,
troglodyte to the west that would be like a
Cool.
near probably the second closest opponent between the one you just shot and that one.
all right, cool. Then he will dash up to that guy,
Dope. Okay. Dashing up to
snarling
that
in his
guy.
face.
Just that quick like knuckle run, moving forward, teeth bared, ready to go at that troglodyte.
And that'll be the end of our turns.
Exactly. It will be the end of your turns, the beginning of my turns. Because the veil thinned, I think it is oh so appropriate for at that moment, Winnie, the only one who doesn't have a third eye. Mirik already has a
I
third eye.
have my third eye.
Mhm.
I just keep it closed. Like I learned fairly early on to just no.
Oh yeah.
Let this be a
okay.
less. And if anyone's watching out there and wanting to like, how do you do homebrew? How do you like come up with good homebrew stuff? How do you do stuff? Always give it a reason for the bad thing to be useful. Because Winnie, that third eye opens, and every part of your body feels fear as you see, standing next to Narkissa, the three-eyed man. You could apologize. You could apologize. I found you. Die. And we'll find out if Narkissa lives next week.
Does anyone else hear / see that?
Nope.
Not even Narkissa?
Not even Narkissa. Narkissa at that moment does feel Keegan stomping her little Almirage feet into your brain, saying there is something to be worried about. You do not see it and you do not hear it.
That guy has a butthole for a mouth.
He does have. Yes, he does. He is the
Thank
three-eyed
you
man
for
with a
putting it
butthole
out
for a
there.
mouth.
Horrible.
Horrifying.
Hate it. No thanks.
Thank you, everyone, for sticking around. Thank you for being patient with us for a little bit of a slow start, but we got there, and hopefully it was a delightful, squirmy, undulating, horrible time down here
Always.
in the caverns of eating nasty shit.
I like how that's what they bond over. Is just, is this edible or not?
I want y'all to know, I had no idea where y'all were going to go. Last on my list was going into the Troglodyte Warren and recovering the fucking three-eyed man mini-boss fight that I thought we were just completely ignoring for weeks on end. I figured, ooh, look at the dragon, go over there. And I would have lost money in Vegas, man. I would have
I'm
lost.
genuinely scared of the dragon. I don't want to do it. Like, I'm just like, what else can we distract ourselves with while this dragon fixes going away, maybe?
That's fair.
Maybe it'll run away. Who knows?
I don't know if this three-eyed man is worth
The three-eyed man might be
Horrifying.
worse. We'll see.
horrifying.
Like, Mirik was just like, I forced her to not open the secret door. I owed her this secret door.
I love it.
I
love
got
it so
to
much.
find my arcane, library. I was given that, so.
This is why you let organic stuff happen. This is why you just see what's gonna happen. I love it. I'm surprised, you're surprised, we're all surprised. Yay. Let's go get some ice cream. And for our audience, I hope you were surprised. I hope you were delighted. Thank you for thinning the veil and allowing Winnie to join the Three-Eyed Club. We were missing her. We need her in the little clubhouse. And until next week, we will leave this combat in stasis and find out what happens the next time that we play. Until then, love yourselves, love each other, and as always, are you ready for more tales?
Always!
Goodbye, everybody. Join us on Patreon. Vote for what happens with Papa and Grandma. Stay around for a raid. Why am I talking in a high-pitched voice? Everyone's gonna die. Woo! Eat some fungus. Woo! Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.